Have you ever noticed how sometimes the people who care about us the most are the same people we push away the fastest? It sounds strange, right? You would think that when someone loves us, checks on us, supports us, and stays by our side, we would hold on to them tightly. But sometimes we do the exact opposite. We ignore their texts, we act cold, we cancel plans, we get annoyed for no reason, we pretend we do not care. And then later, when they finally give up and leave, we sit there wondering, why did they stop caring? It is kind of like pushing away your favorite snack because you are not hungry and then getting mad when someone else eats it. So why do we do this? Why do we push away the people who genuinely care about us? The answer is deeper than most people think. Sometimes being cared for can actually feel scary because when someone gets close to us, they also get close enough to hurt us. And for a lot of people, that fear is huge. Maybe someone hurt them before. Maybe they trusted the wrong person. Maybe they opened up once and got laughed at, ignored, betrayed, or abandoned. After something like that happens, the brain starts acting like an overprotective security guard. The brain says, nope, we are not doing that again. So the next time someone kind comes into our life, instead of welcoming them, we start building walls. We become distant. We overthink everything. We assume they have bad intentions. We wait for them to leave before they even get the chance. It is like quitting a game before you lose. You tell yourself, if I leave first, at least I will not get hurt. But the problem is, you also lose the chance to be loved. A lot of people do not push others away because they do not care. They do it because they care too much. They care so much that losing someone would destroy them. So instead of taking the risk, they create distance. Think about that one friend who always says, I am fine, even when they clearly are not. You ask them what is wrong. They say nothing. Meanwhile, their face looks like they just lost a fight with life itself. Some people are so used to hiding their feelings that being cared for feels uncomfortable. Because if someone really sees them, they might also see the pain they are trying so hard to hide. And that feels terrifying. Sometimes people push others away because they feel like they do not deserve love. Deep down, they believe things like, I am too difficult. I am too broken. If people knew the real me, they would leave. So when someone actually stays, it feels suspicious. They start wondering, why are you being so nice to me? What do you want? How long until you leave too? And when you're always expecting people to leave, you start treating every relationship like it already has an expiration date. It is like buying ice cream and eating it super fast because you're convinced someone is about to steal it. And honestly, sometimes we push people away because we do not know how to handle being loved. That sounds weird, but it is true. Some people grow up around chaos. They are used to yelling, drama, mixed signals, cold behavior, and relationships that feel like emotional roller coasters. So when someone calm, healthy, and caring comes into their life, it feels unfamiliar. And humans are weird. We often choose what feels familiar over what feels healthy, even if the familiar thing is hurting us. That is why some people keep going back to toxic relationships while pushing away the people who actually treat them well. Because peace can feel boring when your mind is used to chaos. Imagine someone gives you a nice quiet room to relax in, but you have spent your whole life living next to a construction site. At first, the quiet feels strange. You almost miss the noise. That is what healthy love can feel like for some people. Strange, uncomfortable, too good to be true. And when something feels too good to be true, people often sabotage it. They start arguments. They become distant. They test people. They act like they do not care. Not because they want the relationship to fail, but because they are scared it will. So they think, let me ruin it first before it ruins me. It is sad, but it happens all the time.